Oftentimes, simply offering effective resistance to a deadly threat is enough to end it. The Mantis X firearms training system attaches to any gun with a rail and to your phone via Bluetooth to track barrel movement every shot you take. Use it to help you be the most accurate, fastest shot you possibly can in a defensive encounter. I use it in my training all the time. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Iraq. I'm not sure if this one is a hit or if it's a robbery, but at any rate, we have some significant lessons to learn here about keeping your tools on you, about being aware, and why I tell you many times to keep your firearm chambered and ready to go. So these guys are just hanging out in their store and you see a car pull up and our guy's sitting in the center of the screen's looking, what's going on with these guys, what's going on? And when he feels like something weird's happening, he's gonna get up and start moving. Well, what that guy comes in is he has a rifle with his coat on there, and we're gonna see our guy who was behind the counter draw a gun and just start winging shots over the top of the countertop at him. And then finally, looks like he runs out there and our guy who walked around at first grabs a gun from out under the counter too. And now he's gonna start putting some shots downrange in some significant way, just winging them over the countertop there, but that apparently drove these guys off. They're gonna get in their car and run off. And now our guys are gonna check out and see what's going on. And this one ends there. Notice they did not take any shots at all. Let's go back and think about some significant lessons about this one. First of all, I'm really impressed with their awareness. You notice they're in their store talking, doing their thing, but as soon as somebody pulls up to the front door, they're both paying attention, seeing what's going on in their world, being curious of their surroundings. And that's the key to awareness, is curiosity. Oh, gee, what's going on? Now, when something is odd or off or weird, now the guy's gonna take action. We move from yellow to orange. Now he's gonna move. Now here, what's he moving for? Well, he's moving to go get his gun. I cannot tell you enough that you need to have your firearm on your person. This guy had to go and get it, and it put him so far behind the curve that he was completely out of it. Keep your firearm on your person and ready to go. Next, we see our second good guy who's already behind the counter there. He grabs his gun and he starts chambering. I see it all the time and I say it all the time. You have to keep your defensive firearm chambered. It didn't give him any more safety to keep that gun unchambered there. If it was in a proper holster, properly cased, properly staged, or on his person, he wasn't in any more danger. But notice, because he was chambering around, the other guy who was coming in with the rifle got the first shot off. That shot is coming in, and he was the first one to get his shot off. And he got that shot off because our guy behind the counter had to take the time to chamber around. That round, if our bad guy was on it, could have killed him easily. Now, this second shot's coming in as well. Now, you notice our good guy got a shot off, but our bad guy got 2 shots off in that time, but he's able to drive him off. He is going to take some shots, and just because a guy has a rifle doesn't mean he's a wizard. But look at our good guy here who's sitting behind the counter and just winging shots over the top of the counter. He's not aiming those. He's not looking at those. That's purely suppressive fire, and I don't recommend that at all. Remember, as a CCW holder, you are accountable for the rounds that you fire. If you fire recklessly or negligently like this, you can be held accountable for them. I don't know what happened out there. Now you see him, he's starting to click, 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 and now that gun comes back in. The other problem with blinding fire like that is you run out of ammo in a big fat hurry, which is why I strongly suggest don't just fire blindly. Put that shot on target quickly, but have aimed fire, because that's far more effective, all things considered. Now, our guy who had to go get the gun from behind the counter, he's just going to start firing over the countertop as well, even though they've gotten in the car and they've gone off. His gun was not useful in the fight, and again, another reason, keep your firearm on you. Now, they're going to wing a few more shots out there off into the ether and then decide, oh, okay, it's okay to go and see. Now, I got to tell you, I recommend don't go outside to see where the heck they went. They'll come back if they want to, but you're better off to stabilize your platform, your position, where you're going to be to get a good defensive position. Now, I also want to notice that the guy with the rifle did not win this one. Having to fight against a rifle-wielding attacker is not a losing proposition if you have the attitude, skills, and plan. I think these guys got a little bit lucky, but we learned some good things here about awareness, about keeping your tools on you, keeping them ready to go, and putting aimed and accurate fire on target to cover your asp.